Hello and welcome back. Thank you very much for joining me. We are just coming into our field. We're now in September. Quite a bit has happened in that passing time between the last episode in August and the current time in September. So you'll see just off to the left, that is our main grass field, which we mowed in the last episode. These are the two smaller fields next to that field that I did some contracts on and purchased in a previous episode. This morning I've mown them again, and I'm now going to put some crop in the ground in them. So I'm putting down wheat. We're in the planting window for wheat, which is one of our criteria there, and it's also what I've done, as you can see off in the distance there, is I have taken down all of the trees that were in that area. So we've got some big piles of lumber outside our various lumber mills, and I've ploughed the ground out so that we can make this one big crop field, which I think is going to be great for our yields. Wheat is going to be one of the things we will need for feeding the chickens. It can also be used to make flour, so keep us making bread and cake and selling those, because that is obviously quite a good source of income for us. I'm just trying to make sure not to go too close right up to the edge here, because last time I did when I've been mowing sort of through the hedge, when I was trying to set a field on course play, it set this whole bit, including driving straight through the hedge effectively, as the course on course play. So I've had to go back in and just edit that field boundary slightly. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't get too close to the edge, just to make sure I keep that field boundary as what it should be. So I'm going to head round and drill this field. The upper two fields, so field 19, which is the one with the paper mill on it, and field, I think it's 26, which is the large one, sort of on the island almost. In fact, let me just stop, let me show you. So these two, 19 and it's 21, not 26, they have both been drilled with canola. Fertilisation status, so they will need a second fertilising state. They've both had manure on them as an initial state, but what I will do is I will go back round. We've got solid fertiliser in storage because that's one of our productions, the digestate from the biogas plant being turned into solid fertiliser. So I'll head round and fertilise those with that. I will also shoot some solid fertiliser down on this field as well, although they can probably all afford to wait until after we've done our harvest next month. So if we get most of our harvesting done next month, we should be good then to start doing fertiliser after that. I feel like I'm probably going to draw to an end, or start drawing to an end on this map. We've been going for a while now, and we're getting to the stage where we own a lot of fields, we own a lot of equipment, and actually it might be worth giving something new a go. I've got a couple of things in mind. I am waiting for Court Farms to come out, but potentially if we reach an end point on here and Court Farms is not out, I do have a little idea for effectively, I think it's going to be ignore this drive through the fence, it's not happening, it's hedge isn't there, honest. I have an idea for what is effectively a competitive multiplayer on Hinterland, which is an Obertana map, but doing a competitive multiplayer, so to speak, with my toddler. And he's been in a few videos before, just seeing if he sort of drives the planter around, how much he plants and then harvests with all of the big equipment, and then seeing how well I can match that. I'm going to back this up a bit. Seeing how well I could match that by only using tiny fields and tiny equipment. If you've got any thoughts on that, if that's something you are absolutely desperate to see, or if it's something you think, nah, I don't want to watch that, drop it down in the comments. Do let me know what your thoughts on that are. Okay, so I'm now just down just next to our sunflower field. Let me just stop for a second and show you. So this is our sunflower field, 23. We've got our little productions area over here, the canola fields up here. And this was that small sort of grass field, which I'd bought. This bit, there's the sort of the random little castle bit here. This was all trees, and I have taken all of the trees down. We've got a few bits around where we're currently collecting those trees up, and I'm now ploughing it all out, and we're gonna, when we harvest these sunflowers, we're going to put this whole area together and make one big field from it, to kind of go towards increasing yields. It runs very close. There's only a thin grass divide between this and field 16, which is about the biggest field on the map. That's our little grass divide just there. So I'm setting up for potentially being able to take over that field. I don't know if we will have the money by the time we are looking to call it quits or not, but it's nice to have a little aim to aim for, to try and own field 16 and make it an absolute mega field. I've got 3 silage bales off the grass from under where these trees were, which isn't a bad return for saying it's field grass and sort of not really like it's a bit bitty because of trees. There's a few stumps that still need taking in and out and what have you, but they will come down in time. I have leased the wood chipper, and we've got our trailer there, so we've been collecting some wood chips. This little castle bit in the middle I will probably make some sort of a feature of, so I'll pop back when that is all done and it's all looking nice. I'll tell you what I do need to do. I need to get around to collecting these logs and moving these logs, so let's stop this while we're right by here, because I couldn't plough this bit out because of all the logs and the lorry on it. So we're using the base game, not the base game, the Platinum Expansion trailer, TLX Phoenix truck, and loading, or trying to load with Universal Auto Load, but there we go. Now loading with universal auto load. I've gone for a lorry setup this time just because I feel like that's going to be a bit more stable. Quick cut there as I move a bit closer. Get these final few. Right. Let's drive this off this bit here. There we go. That's now out of the way, and we can get that bit ploughed. You'll see just over here I have the harvester sat. It's got the corn header on it, ready for harvesting the sunflowers. It's just sitting there ready, waiting to go until I think it'll be next month maybe when those sunflowers are good to harvest. So we will hold out for that. Let's get this bit ploughed. So effectively here we're combining 3 separate land areas together. 22, 26 and 23. Right, I'm nearly done with the ploughing. I've just got these last few bits where there were some stumps left behind, so I've just got to try and grind these out. There we go. There's that one. I have done the little bit of making a feature out of getting some wheel slip. I've made a little feature out of the ruin. Yeah, so that's hopefully big enough that it will be picked up quite nicely by courseplay and what have you, in terms of not causing us issues with seeding and planting the field. You're gone. And yeah, so then there's just these last few little awkward bits and the bales to collect, and then come on, you. And that's gone, and so the final one, and then just these 4 little spots to plough out, and then I'll have to go and do some taking logs away and what have you, but at that point it might be time to head through to the next month. Right, that's all of this lot done, so we can head over to the wood chipping facility. No, what have we got that takes wood chips? The diesel facility. So I'll head this over there. I will get those logs taken off somewhere to sell. I feel like there's a sell point that will take logs. Okay, I've just come up here to the farmhouse sell point to get the first load of wood sold. That's just sold for 21,000. So I'm going to head back and get the second lot now, and I'll sell that off screen. Just pulling in to sell some compost at British Greenish. This is our last day to sell at the high price, because the prices absolutely plummet after today. So we're going to sell at about £2,000 per 1,000 litres. So there's 200,000 litres in this trailer right now. There's another 276,000 litres back at the farm. So next time you tune in, we'll be millionaires, Rodney. Right, I'm just making my way back with these 3 bales from the field. I'm going slowly because they're a little bit precariously balanced. You know me and stacking bales, this is perfectly normal. So just going to bring these in. As I said at the end of the last clip, next time we will be millionaires. We have 1.3 million in the bank. So, don't drop. We're going to stop this here, and we're going to load up the purchasing menu, because we've got a few leased items that we most definitely need to buy. So our harvester, that is getting bought. The headers, I think those are also worth buying. And our bale wrapper. I think the JCB is going to come in useful, so I think getting that purchased as well. The rest of the equipment we could buy. I might hang off for a little bit, because we're currently sitting just under the amount we need to buy Field 16, and I'm hoping that by doing a few more sales as we collect harvest off fields, we might manage to just about make enough money to get that field purchased, and then we can have a super huge field. So we will see on that one. But with all this sorted, and with September drawing to a close, it is time to bring this video to an end. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to jump on the like button. Share this video around if you so desire. If you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. And most importantly of all, have a great day.